What's up, everybody? This is Benja Welldone coming at you live. Dark version. Dark version meaning I'm in my car. I'm in my new car, my Model 3 Tesla, and I don't have a phone stand. So this would be probably the first one only ever that I do in my car and with the phone facing down. Cool thing is that it actually has wireless charging. So as I'm making this video, I'm charging my phone. So here's the thing. You know, being a comedian is, amongst other things, a part of who I am. And the reason that I feel like it's important to do this as a career is because, you know, I had so many times, and I still do have times, where I'm talking to someone at a grocery store or I'm chatting somebody up, you know, just a random conversation, and I'm making them laugh, and I'm making them laugh, and I'm making them laugh, and I'm making them laugh. And person by person, they would all continuously say, oh, you should do comedy. You should be a comedian. You should do comedy. Right? And my point is that, you know, when everyone is telling you something about who you already are, it's self-evident. And it's even more self-evident if you know it's true, and that's just a part of who I am. That isn't the only part of who I am. All right? Again, I'm an Army veteran. I'm a soldier. I'm a warrior. There's nothing arrogant about that. Okay? That's just reality. I did those things. That is part of who I am, etc., etc. All right? And I feel like everybody is... This is maybe this isn't true, but it's true to me at least. I feel that myself specifically, and more than likely everybody else, is sort of like a Rubik's Cube. You know that little puzzle that you have with like the yellow, orange, green, red, blue, you know, it's all on different sides. And I feel like if a person knows you well enough, they get to see you on one side. But even if you have a wife, a girlfriend, a boss, a friend, they all see different sides of you. And very few individuals get to see all of those sides. Now, you know all the colors that you represent, all the shades of your character. The dark, the light, the bright, the pitch black, you know, the medium grays. All the colors that you are and that you represent that make you you. And it is a part of myself, and it's also a part of myself which can actually make money. And that I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about being a warrior, and that's a part of myself. I'm passionate about being a comedian, and that's also part of myself. Okay? So, the interesting thing is that when I hear retrospect, like when I hear others and their impression of what they think when they think comedy, they think people wearing like a silly shirt, acting stupid, saying dumb things. But my type of comedy is storytelling. My type of comedy is thoughts, ideas, stories, etc. that did happen, or they're going to happen, or all sorts of stuff. Okay, but it's not really fictitious. It's not really fake. You know what I mean? It's all like reality based, and I tell stories. And that's just my style. That's just me, right? And I feel like that style is something that's actually tried by a lot of individuals. Some may be successful, some maybe not, regardless. But there's many different types. Not just my type, because I'm essentially just sharing things with you and making you laugh throughout the story. Now, I am more excited with the comedy and the material that I'm working on more now than ever before, because it's really my voice. It really took me a significant while to find my voice and my core, so that when people hear me, it's not that I have the ability to make people laugh about other different things and stuff that doesn't have to do with stories, okay? But it really resonates its strongest when I'm sharing my real beliefs, my real viewpoints. And the great thing about that is that you get an opportunity to learn more about me as a comedian, as a guy, as a warrior, as a soldier, as a husband, a former boyfriend, whatever, right? And my view and my outlook on a lot of different things. So that was the reason, and this is the reason, that I'm not really choosing to be a comedian for my career. It's who I already am, and I'm living that truth. And that sounds kind of, prophetic and poetic and whatnot, but it is the truth. That is who I am, and there's a way to make money off of it, and it makes me happy, and it also spreads joy. So if all that can happen, and not just that, it also, in a weird way, and it really does, depending on what I'm talking about, it can get somebody thinking differently and bringing something to the surface that was subconsciously beneath them in their idea, thought, and structure and stuff like that. So, there was someone that said recently how if you say something that's more risky, okay, it can end up very, very horribly and badly when it doesn't work while you're working through material. But once you got it, the reward is so much higher because you're taking risks, not just leading up to it. Even though it's just a verbal risk, right? You might offend somebody, you might do this. But when you pay it off, it's so true and it's so proud and profound. It really is untouchable. And it's fucking amazing and it's great. And that's essentially my core focus of all my material from now on, okay? Is having material that's literally on the line of not necessarily controversial, but thought-provoking in a sense. But when I have, like, basically, if it's not close enough to that line, pushing it further. And if it's too far, pulling it back, okay? And by experimenting and trying different material with everybody, or just phrasing the exact material but in different ways, getting them used to ideas and then bringing out those ideas more and more, starting small and then increasing, and et cetera, I can really do that, and it's more memorable. I've had many nights where I'll be doing comedy somewhere, and someone will come to me and they'll be telling me my material back to them at the end of the night, asking me to take pictures with me. That's my reward, to know that what I'm talking about is so good, okay? I've said this before and I'll say it again. Anybody can make anybody laugh consistently. It's not hard. Separating that material from everyone else's always has been, and is more evident than ever before, my truest, most profound, true goal when I'm structuring my ideas, my material, and what I'm going to be doing. So, they say that you know the truth when you hear it, okay? And it sounds sort of weird to say, but this is my truth. This is a truth of myself. And this is a part of my Rubik's Cube that you get to see and you get to hear from me, okay? And if you're watching the video of this version on YouTube, it'll be black. But you'll know why. It's because I have my phone down, as mentioned, and I just got my new car, and I don't have the what's it called? The stand, the phone stand for it. It should be getting here today. So from this point forward, I will be able to, use that phone stand. But as of now, it's not. So until it is, I guess just for this one video, one alone, it's going to be called like the dark video, Darkside, or something like that. So, with that being mentioned, I hope everybody has a beautiful day. It's always rewarding and fun, entertaining to just get to share a little bit about myself, to hopefully enlighten you, to just get to know me a little bit better. And as always, that's really the essential goal in this. Starting out at a certain level, whether it's on comedy or sports or whatever, I guess especially in different entertainment industries and whatnot, it's about consistency. And that's what this is. I'm being consistent. I'm slowly growing this. But there's a point to where you really turn the tide. And you essentially start to really, not just connect, but your channel, your program, your whatever starts to grow. And it hasn't happened essentially with this channel. It has in my comedy. and I'm like going over the peak of a mountain, and I'm excited for what's on the other side. And that's where I'm at right now, and I'm just so pumped and so motivated to get out there, to do comedy, to crush the photos, the pictures, all that stuff. And that's stuff that I've done, but now it's just, I'm more revitalized and just thankful and aggressive and everything than ever before. I'm just so pumped up and so motivated. So maybe something that I said will help with you today. It's not the purpose, but if it does, that's great. And 100%, at least you get to know a little bit about not just sides of my Rubik's Cube, but what's internally inside as well, you know. And this is me like expressing my thoughts and ideas and so forth and so on with you, the listener, or the viewer. And viewer is kind of funny to say, since this is a phone down version while I'm driving somewhere in the car. So anyway, good fun, great talk. I hope everybody has a beautiful day. I'm Benja Welldone. Keep listening, stay tuned. If you ever want to message me, I'm on Instagram at Benja, B-E-N-J-A, Welldone, W-E-L-L-D-O-N-E, and Facebook as well, Benja, B-E-N-J-A, Welldone, W-E-L-L-D-O-N-E. So with that being mentioned, I'm Benja Welldone. Keep listening. Until next time, check me out. Peace.